Hi everyone, it's Angela with Create Your Future. I am a certified law of assumption coach, and I'm back today with a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about a question someone posted. They were asking, what do you do when you feel like you've done everything? If you've had courses, coaching, affirming, and you're just getting the opposite, not feeling like you've got any movement, what do you do? So I want to address that and give you a few ideas from my perspective and hopefully give you some encouragement if you find yourself in that place. Before we start, don't forget we are running our contest, and if you're interested in signing up for that, we're going to give away some free coaching. So you can look in our description box below on about how to get signed up in the contest. And also, I want to share with you that I have a course out. It is called Awaken to I Am, and my intent with this course is to help you step into your God state, your I am power. So the course has a little bit of teaching, and then the second part is made up of affirmations to kind of reprogram your thinking and help you get lined up with your power state. So I'm really excited about it. And if you find yourself needing a little extra boost or really getting strong in that faith about who you are as a manifester, check out my course. I think it will help you. All right, let's talk about this a little bit. So someone had commented on one of my recent videos and said, you know, if you've tried everything, coaching and you're affirming and, you know, trying different courses, all sorts of things, and you're just seeing no movement or maybe the opposite, what do you do? So I want to start by telling you that anything that you are going to work with as far as a technique, whether it's an affirmation, setting your intentions, visualizing, meditating, journaling, whatever you're doing, those things in and of themselves do not have the power. The power is in you, completely and totally in you. So any technique that you're using is designed to help you become aware of your power, to help you step into that power state, that God state. And I know sometimes it can feel like we've just tried everything under the sun and we're not seeing a change. And this is where coaching often is going to come in really helpful for you, because when you are really trying to get to the core issues, you sometimes have to dig down to find out what those limiting beliefs are. And they may not be surface level. They may not be very obvious to you. So you might be trying all kinds of techniques and you feel like you're just not getting movement. And it's usually because you're going to have to get down to a deeper core belief. And at the very, very base of your beliefs, you need to know that you are the operant power, that it's all flowing through you, that you are the one that's in charge, that you're the one that's driving the car, you are the one that's creating it all, you're writing the story, you're writing the script, it's all flowing through you. You really, really, really need to get that foundational piece in place. And sometimes as we are working on a particular manifestation, we are just working on affirming for our manifestation, that we're really not believing that we're going to create that and it's going to really flow through us and it's going to happen. So it's really imperative that you really find whatever that core limiting belief is to help you get past that. I had in several videos back, I talked about how I had worked with someone that was dealing with a third party in their relationship. And this friend of mine actually had been, you know, believing, you know, for her restored marriage and her spouse home and things like that. And what we finally really got down to, where the rubber meets the road, you might say, was there was just this very core belief, this limiting belief that in general, life is hard, life is difficult, life is full of disappointments, life is a struggle. And so that was the core limiting belief that really made the difference for my friend. We found out, that was a core belief that was playing in the background, and it was pushing out and kind of overriding everything else. She was affirming and affirming for, her marriage, but she just had this belief that life is dramatic, life is traumatic, life is difficult. And when we dug down and dug deep and kind of found that, that's what made the difference. So sometimes working with a coach is really helpful in that you can find that limiting core belief that maybe is holding you back. And that's going to make all the difference in the world for you when you can find that limiting belief. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that the techniques are not going to just be a magic fix-all for you, whatever technique you're working on. At the very heart of the matter, you want to be able to change your state so that you, number one, can begin to feel your desire is real, that you can feel that it's done, and you can rest in that and just have a peace and a confidence. And if that is difficult for you, and in the beginning, I will say, whatever you're working on, when you create a new story internally, it's going to be difficult because it feels unusual. It's not what you are accustomed to thinking about a particular situation. So you've introduced a new story. In the beginning, all new stories are going to feel difficult. But after you persist in that and you begin to really feel it real, that's when your power begins to move through you. And that's what you want to get to. You want to get to that state where it just feels normal and real. But if you're having trouble with that and feeling it real, then you need to dig deeper and begin to kind of examine those beliefs based on your feelings. If you're just not feeling the desire real, then go deeper and try to find out what your limiting belief is. And at the very, very core, and I find this a lot, is that limiting belief that we don't truly believe and understand that we are running the whole show, that we are the operant power and the only operant power in our reality. You are the only operant power in your reality. So as you kind of begin to dig down and kind of look for those limiting beliefs, you may find yourself at that very core foundational belief of not really believing that this is all flowing through you and that it's all happening through you. And so that is something that you need to address. And the way that looks, the way that can be addressed is you just begin to tell yourself, you begin to affirm, I'm creating my reality. It's flowing through me. I'm the one in charge. It's me and only me. My thoughts that I am thinking, in a repeated pattern are impressing my subconscious. And as my subconscious is impressing, my brain is believing in this story. And as my brain is believing in this story, it's now going to look for evidence and line me up with a reality that validates this story. It's happening now. It's happening through me. And I'm operating the whole show. You begin to talk to yourself and remind yourself that you're the operant power. You begin to reinforce that. You begin to really step into that until that begins to feel real. And that begins to feel like your truth, and it begins to feel normal for you. And when that happens, if you've already been affirming for your desire, sometimes you don't even have to affirm anymore. As you just step into that confidence of knowing who you are as the operant power in your reality, and you just feel that peace flowing through you, knowing that you're creating it all, your desire is already out there, and it's probably just going to show up just because you've entered that stable, confident place of knowing who you are. But you can also, from that very confident place, when you begin to feel really stable, then just affirm for your desire. And that's when, as you begin to affirm for the desire from that place of confidence, then you are usually able to step into feeling it real, feeling the end, feeling like your desire is already done and it's coming to you. So if you're working with various techniques and you've been trying a lot of things and you've seen the opposite and you're not seeing, your desire show up, or you're not getting movement, begin to backtrack a little bit and begin to examine core beliefs. And a lot of times you're going to find yourself at that very core foundational belief about strengthening who you are as the operant power in your reality, strengthening who you are as the I am in your 3D quantum bubble. And that's where you really begin and double down and focus on you. There's a scripture that I refer to a lot, and I love this one. It says, "Seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and then all these things shall be added unto you." The kingdom is within. The righteousness is right thinking. It's thinking from the perspective that you are the God of your reality. You're the one that's creating it all. And it's thinking from the perspective that lines up with your desired outcome. The perspective that sees the positive end to what you want to manifest. So seek first that kingdom. If everything else is not working out, seek the kingdom. Remind yourself the kingdom is within. You are running the kingdom. You're running the show, and it's happening through you. So that's the first thing that you can do, probably the most important thing. Get to the core beliefs and get to the kingdom and work on the kingdom within. The second thing is, if you are affirming, using all these techniques, you're not seeing some results. Maybe though you're beginning to feel better, you're feeling more confident, but still you're getting some negative things show up. Maybe still the opposite is still out there. But your faith is getting strong. You're feeling better about the manifestation, or feeling pretty good. Persist. And we talk about that a lot. Persist, persist, persist. So it's not necessarily that you're doing something wrong if you find yourself in this place. It's just that there is a bit of a delay in the internal world in our 3D reality. So old stories may continue to push out for just a bit. Stay true to your new story. Stay true to those affirmations and those intentions that are giving you some confidence, that are helping you to feel that it's real. Stay true to that. And as best as you can, look away from, whatever might be showing up that doesn't really line up yet with your new story. Persist, 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 persist. Because the 3D has no choice but to conform to your internal world. And remind yourself, the 3D will conform. It's all happening within. It has to happen within, and it will push out. What I'm seeing now is yesterday's story. It's old news. It comes from a feeling state that was maybe last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever. It's old. The new is coming because the new is here. It's within. So persist. Keep going. You may not be doing anything wrong at all. It's just you need to persist. Stay true to your new story. So those are just a couple things that I feel are pretty important if you feel like you're having a bit of a struggle, or you feel like you've tried everything, but nothing's working. Seek the kingdom, really reinforce your God state, really be honest with yourself and look for any limiting beliefs, and then persist. Keep moving forward. So I hope this encouraged you. I hope it gave you a little bit of motivation to really examine within, keep going, keep persisting. All right. I also do want to remind you guys that I'm available for coaching, and I would love to work with you. So if you are struggling with maybe finding those limiting beliefs, or, really becoming very solid in your foundational core beliefs, I can help you with those things. It it takes just some persistence to keep pushing and going forward. But the coaching sometimes can really help you peel back those layers and get down to those core foundational beliefs and really get you on the stable ground. So if you're interested in working with me, look in our description box, and there are links on how to sign up for some coaching. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.